Turkey 3, the United States 2, in the final match of Group D. Guys, I want this video to work a little bit in reverse, because as long as my ears aren't deceiving me, I'm pretty sure at the end of those 90 minutes, I heard United States fans actively boo. Guys, we have already confirmed top of the group into the round of 32 against Bosnia. This match, I hate to take away some of the glory of the World Cup. This match was a glorified friendly. 9 changes from our starting lineup against Australia, and I'm hearing us boo, even at halftime. Right? I heard some fans boo, and I thought to myself, maybe that's just towards the ref because he blew the whistle right at 45 or right at 48. But the fact that at the end of the match, I know for a fact I heard people booing. Can we please get off of our high horse and just a little bit, because I am someone who is demanding of the U.S. men's national team. Guys, look at my past videos. Heck, my biggest video I've ever made on this channel is criticizing about the United States men's national team. I hold a high bar. I want my nation to do well. But guys, I'm looking at this match. I'm thinking, at the very least, we deserve to draw from this. And even if we lose 15-2, it doesn't matter. We're already guaranteed number 1 in our group. As long as we just, played okay, everyone should have been fine with this result, right? Because I'm going into this match. Genuinely, this was my thought process. What players am I going to see today? Can I see perform for us off the bench in a round of 32, round of 16 kind of match, right? Who can be that difference maker off the bench? And I have both positive and negative answers to that question now. But I think we do need to take a little bit of a break here. Guys, I remember 2022 World Cup, Jesus Ferreira was starting at the number 9, DeAndre Yedlin at right back. Guys, I can't even tell you about the 2018 World Cup. We weren't even in it. 2014, Chris Wondolowski, Bobby Wood, Julian Green. Guys, no offense to any of those players, I'm sorry, but the quality in which this team has improved on all facets of the pitch versus what we were, from what we were to where we are today, unbelievably different. And I'm actually, for the first time in a very long time, proud to be a fan of the United States right now, of the United States national team. I think that was a really good performance, right? And I mentioned who can be the difference maker, off the bench. Sebastian Berhalter. Now, listen. Prior to this World Cup, I was hearing people talk. What does Sebastian Berhalter offer? And the number one response I was getting back, I was hearing online. He's really good at set pieces. I'm sorry. If you are a professional footballer, and the first attribute I'm hearing about you is your ability to swing in a corner kick, we have a problem. But today, he gets to start in a chopped and changed midfield. And guys, I think he bossed the match. I really do. I'm giving that performance like an 8.5 out of 10. If it wasn't for someone on Turkey, who I'll get into in a few minutes, Berhalter was the best player on that pitch. Great delivery for their first goal. Fantastic driving shot on the second. But guys, even if he didn't have a single goal contribution tonight, I thought he was absolutely brilliant. I thought he dictated the midfield really well. He wasn't sloppy with the ball, and that was something I saw a lot. And I'll get on to some culprits in a minute. But when the United States were off of it, oh man, we were slinging passes out of bounds, putting it to the wrong feet, putting ourselves into really kind of almost suicidal places. The amount of times we tried to play the ball into this kind of pyramid or square that Turkey wanted us to put the ball in, just so they can just grab it off of us and push forward, counterattack immediately. The amount of times we played that pass into that pocket was ridiculous. But guys, Berhalter was refusing to do it. And if he was caught in that possession, he would get the ball away or he would draw a foul. I think he was brilliant tonight. I really do. let's talk about that back line. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a back line comprising of Austin Trusty, Mark McKenzie, Joe Scally. I'm blanking on the other center back right now. I do not need to see that back line ever again. Ever again. Miles Robinson. That's who it was. Miles Robinson. No, thank you. That, you know, it just felt like every single time the ball was coming towards them, they looked like they were the underdogs. And it made me appreciate Tim Ream and Chris Richards that much more because each time, they faced a bit of pressure, they were favorites to win the ball. They were favorites to win the tackle. Tonight, it felt like Robinson and McKenzie especially were just going side by side against every single opposing attacker. I'm thinking to myself, why are you racing him right now? This is supposed to be he's coming at you. You're attacking him. You're not supposed to be side by side. Really, not a great performance from that back line. We move into the midfield. Gio Reyna, okay in flashes, kind of the typical Gio Reyna I'm expecting nowadays. Um, Weston McKinney, definitely his worst match of the group stage, but those first two matches, in my opinion, he was the best player on this team. So I'm not mad that he had one okay performance. I mentioned Berhalter, fantastic. That front line, oh, guys, I was a part of the young. I was heavy on Brandon Aronson. I remember calling him the Medford Messi. I was there during those days. The Philadelphia Union, right, guys? I understand. I've been a big fan of his development. This was not his day. He's not going to look back at this matchup. That chance off of the Pulisic shot with the ball is just genuinely wide open. I mean, almost wide open net. Any player would expect to net that, and he just completely shanks it. There's another chance. Just poor kind of calmness in front of goal from Aronson today. Uh, Down the left, Tim Weah, another player. I've been on Tim Weah for years now. He's debatably been my favorite player since probably like 2019, 2020, right? Um, we have to work. We have to work on something other than just the runs in behind. I always kind of look at Tim Weah more as if he was really dangerous making those inside cuts, right? Like I actually thought under Berhalter he wasn't bad because Berhalter often kind of employed a false nine, dropped him in, and allowed players like Weah to get in behind, get in front of fullbacks, charge at defenders, charge at center backs. I mean, I actually thought he was really good from that aspect. Today, ooh, not great going down the wing. Not great. Um, Ricardo Pepi. I understand he's still very young, but it almost felt like I was watching Turkey with another defender. Every time Ricardo Pepi got onto the ball, the amount of times he just immediately turned around and tracked back with the ball at his feet, or just turned around and passed the ball back 15 yards. Where is the gall to take on a shot, right? And you know, I get it. I understand it's a World Cup. I understand you want to keep possession and all this stuff, right? But I didn't see any threat from him today. Um, but like barring all that, I'm sitting here going, I actually still think the United States played pretty well, right? The amount of open chances we had, the amount of half chances we created, Pulisic off the bench was surprisingly very sharp. I expected him to maybe have a little bit of a slower game and then be back by Bosnia, but that was really good performance from him off the bench. Um, I just don't ever want to see that back line play together at the international level ever again. All right, I'm making that 100% clear. In the forward line, I'd like to see Weah make more inside cuts. I'd like to see Brendan Aronson. Really, it felt like a confidence issue with Aronson today, and Pepe just yeah. On the turkey, Arda Güler. It's not often. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't often tune in to watch Güler, but when I do, it feels like every single time I watch and he's playing, he is the best player on the pitch. It is unbelievable how great he can be at points. Right, that first goal. I know it's against a much reserved United States back line, but the way he dummied that ball and the way he just shifted he shifted the momentum into his favor with just one dummy, got inside, created a great goal for himself. Was that 15 minutes into the match to make it 1-1? Absolutely brilliant from Güler. And in that second goal, I'm pretty sure he was involved towards the final pass. A great team goal from Turkey to make it 2-1. And even beyond that, I just thought, I don't think Turkey played great today, but I thought when they had moments of progression, when they looked dangerous, it was only because of Güler. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Um, but guys, overall, like, I'm not mad. I don't think anybody should be mad. There were moments where I thought to myself, this is the best I've seen the United States play, and it's just with a B team because what Turkey offers you is they offer you a team that's gonna want to be on the ball. You have to you have to learn to play on the counterattack, right? And guys, as much as I respect the United States, if we make it to the quarterfinals, there is a very good chance we're going to be going up against a ball dominant team. We have to know how to work on the counterattack. And I thought today would be kind of a good litmus test to tell us where we were. I thought there were moments we actually looked pretty sharp on the counterattack. Joe Scally is a player I wanted to mention. I actually thought he did pretty well today. Um, I'm fine. I'm genuinely almost in a better mood than I've been after the Paraguay and Australia games. I, I'm very happy with the match I just saw today, guys. The last minute goal for Turkey. Okay, can we maybe we should dim down the celebrations a little bit? Sure. I mean, they're going home. Uh, I'm not quite sure I need to see the players run onto the pitch and them screaming all that stuff. Okay, maybe a little bit excessive. But you know what? At the end of the day, good for them. We had chances to win that match. I would much rather see what I saw rather than us like shutting up shop and getting that trusty goal in the 10th minute and then just, lock it down, 10 at the back and see what happens kind of thing, right? I'm glad we still tried to play good football. Um, but yeah, I'm relatively pleased. Just a quick kind of match ratings of the three matches we saw. United States Paraguay. I think that was an 8.25 out of 10. Overall, really good. US versus Australia, 7.5. Today, 7.75, 7.75. I thought all matches have largely shown positive trends. We're confirmed Bosnia on July 1st. I'm really looking forward to it, guys. There's actually going to be another video coming out in a few minutes talking about Elliot Anderson's transfer to Manchester City. But I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Stay safe. God bless.